From downtown to the counties, time now for the Top 7 at 7, where we bring you the 7 stories making the biggest impact in your communities tonight.
I'm Janae Wright in Baltimore. It was the deadliest crash in the U.S. in more than 20 years. And now a widow of one of the victims is suing the government and American Airlines over what happened. Wednesday, the first lawsuit was filed on behalf of the family of Casey Crafton, a husband and father. The focus of the complaint is that there is corporate negligence and accountability from the airline company and the FAA that existed long before the crash. The NTSB revealing that the FAA failed to recognize an alarming pattern of near misses at the DCA airport in the years before the crash and ignored concerns about the helicopter traffic around the airport.
But the lawsuit will also address the complete and total failure of the Army helicopter crew to follow basic fundamental principles of flight, namely the duty to see and avoid the American jet.
And when the other families are able to file suit, they're expected to file within the federal court, and all of those cases will be consolidated. Janae Wright, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Blair Sable in Catonsville, where a serial burglar was spotted months before a string of home invasions were reported across our area. Michelle Claiborne says she reported this woman that tried to break into her home back in May.
I was more in shock. I grew up in this neighborhood and never expected something like that to happen.
It's the same woman, she believes, who's been linked to at least 3 break-ins in Howard and Anne Arundel counties this month. No arrests have been made. Police are asking for your help, and if you have any information, we have how you can contact them on our website. In Catonsville, Blair Sable, WMAR 2 News.
Tighten those seatbelts. I'm Jeff Hager, and a new AAA study shows that 19 out of 20 motorists are aggressive drivers. A study which surveyed more than 3,000 drivers also found that 11% of them have exhibited some characteristics of road rage.
Our Foundation for Traffic Safety looked at these numbers very similarly in 2016, and unfortunately we've seen an increase in most of the behaviors that we looked at. So cutting people off, that number is up, I want to say, by about 67%. Honking your horn at other people is up by about 47%.
The aggressive driving also has led to more violence out on the roads. Since last year, a Maryland State Police task force has tracked 184 cases of people brandishing guns, 39 involving shots fired, and it's made a total of 79 firearm-related arrests. Jeff Hager, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Jack Watson in Little Italy with what folks are saying about this President Street parking lot and the potential for it to be developed into a building.
Lisa Rignanti leads the Little Italy Neighborhood Association and says the developer, who could not be reached for a comment, is eyeing a 24-story apartment building for this plot, and to make that a reality is looking at rezoning it. Rignanti is asking neighbors to vote online or with paper ballots to make their voice heard to their councilman Jermaine Jones. Rezoning would have to be approved by the mayor and city council. Pam Needleman owns Sweet Louie Salon here on Albemarle Street, a block away from the parking lot.
We're not anti-development, but I don't think it would be good to have something like, a very big Empire State Building kind of building at the end of the street. I mean, I'll never see the light of day again.
Neighbors in Little Italy can vote from now until October 1st to make their voices heard on what could become a major new high-rise. In Little Italy, Jack Watson, WMAR 2 News.
WMAR 2 News is your voice for veterans. This weekend, WMAR 2 News will be at the Howard County Veteran-Owned Expo to kick off our new Let's Talk series. And this week, we're spotlighting organizations that support our service members. Now, earlier this week, we introduced you to the Safe Haven Equine Warriors. And tonight, we're going to introduce you to the veteran-owned Uplift Your Damn Self Academy. A Howard County veteran is using his military experience and artificial intelligence to help others heal themselves. Dr. Xavier Bruce is the founder of Uplift Resilience Academy, a self-leadership program he built after surviving a near-death experience in Kandahar, Afghanistan. Now he's created an AI version of himself called Professor X to walk veterans through life's toughest struggles 24/7. Whether it's a text, video, phone, or even virtual reality, veterans get confidential support instantly.
They can ask questions about their VA benefits, whether it's educational benefits, whether it's how do they get their VA disability rating up as much as possible. So I've trained Professor X in different aspects of the veteran experience.
Now, Bruce says it's not therapy, it's coaching, and his mission is to help veterans uplift themselves. The Uplift Resilience Academy will be at the Howard County Veteran-Owned Expo this weekend, offering information and signups for veterans interested in their programs. And at this point, we are just days away from kicking off our Let's Talk series, which will take place at the Howard County Veteran-Owned Small Business Expo in Columbia. The event will feature Sierra Williams. She is the only area reporter dedicated to covering our veterans. Come out and support local veteran-owned businesses at the expo and meet Sierra this Saturday, September 27th from noon to 4. You can stop by and say hello, share your stories, your successes, or maybe even your struggles with your Voice for Veterans station.
You may not think much about malt, but it's one of the key ingredients in beer. I'm Cara Burdett in Westminster with the behind-the-scenes look on how it's made.
At Bear Branch Malt, they grow their own barley and rye. It then goes through a malting process before heading to more than 50 breweries and distilleries across the state. And that includes Flood Zone Marketplace and Brewery. They use Bear Branch's malt to craft local beer for customers.
It really showcases the malt that Bear Branch offers.
We're able to support Maryland farms by processing the grain here, working with local Maryland breweries and keeping it all right here.
And celebrating Craft Malt Month, on September 30th, Max's Tap House in downtown Baltimore will feature more than 20 beers, all made from grains grown in the state, giving you a true taste of Maryland.
It's all Maryland beer.
Well, if I'm going to drink beer, might as well be Maryland beer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Cara Burnett, WMAR2 News.
I'm Megan Knight here in Columbia at this little free keychain library. They're popping up all over the area where you can take a keychain, leave a keychain, and always walk away with a smile.
Customers keep coming all the time. And then I look and I say, oh, I see a lot of hooks. That means more space for more inventory.
Ben Kintish runs this little free keychain library in Howard County, turning trinkets into key decor.
So if they're collecting dust and they're in your way and you're tripping on them, I'll take it off your hands, repurpose it, and bring delight to other people.
It's the latest trend in the Little Free Library movement. Ben says he started it to bring joy to others, and in the process is building connections with his neighbors and beyond.
It's not just the big idea. In terms of rebuilding community trust and sharing joy, I think it's really about the interpersonal interactions.
And we have the locations of the local keychain libraries, just like this one, posted on our website. We also have a link where you can find other whimsical libraries around the country. In Columbia, I'm Megan Knight for WMAR2 News.